This week on City News, we have been bringing you stories from 6 nations of the Grand River. This community, not far from Toronto and Hamilton, doesn't have something many city dwellers often take for granted: accessible, clean drinking water.
We get you to sign consent because we do like a 2-week, an 8-week, and a 1-year follow-up.
But the Dreamcatcher Foundation and Healthy First Nations is working to change that, going house by house to install temporary filters with an immediate impact.
Tastes good.
Wow.
So you said this is the first time you're drinking clean water out of your tap?
Out of the tap, yes. My homestead, we didn't even have running water. So we didn't have running water until I turned about 17. So before that, we had to boil water and put it in the tub and then bath that way, and for drinking water. And then living here, I have a cistern, but it's still not as clean as it could be, I think. One time I got a cut that got infected because the cistern was dirty and it had to be clean.
If there is some sort of contamination in the water, I'm basically bathing my children, myself, my daughter in that, right? And that's also concerning.
Beverly, MARACLE, and TERRI MORROW each live on the reserve. Like most other residents, they can't drink water from their taps. Without a direct connection to clean water, much of the community stores water in cisterns or wells. Both sources can be contaminated, so residents also buy bottled drinking water, all at a cost of thousands of dollars a year. 6 Nations is still better off than 27 other Indigenous communities across Canada, which still have long-term drinking water advisories more than a year past the federal government's own deadline for solutions. Workers for the Dreamcatcher Foundation were at MARACLE's house to install a temporary filter.
So this is the actual filter itself there. You can see inside it's got that hollow fiber membrane. Pretty much what it means is it's just like a really small net, right?
Okay.
And it'll catch any bacteria that may be in the water. So you just point that flow arrow down, just slide it on there like that. You just start with that low pressure just to get that filter wet inside. And then out the bottom is that safe drinking water.
So just like that?
Just like that.
This water was drawn directly from the nearby Grand River. The filtration device can turn it from murky to clear as it passes through. The foundation is providing residents with either a filter for the tap or a bucket. Beverly chose the tap option and TERRI chose the bucket.
For my option, I chose to have the bucket because I do run programs with community members outside my home, and there's no running water in the tiny house that I have outside my home. So I thought the bucket would be a good alternative for that space.
The foundation says the device could last in upwards of 10 years if cleaned daily. It's a short-term solution, but one the foundation is hoping can buy some time for those living here.